Ace, run speed, they will want to pick their way through. Now, look on board, riding with Martin Brundle. How close is he to the race-leading E-type? Right on the tail, almost pushing it. Out of oh, a Porsche in the way. Both have to jink to the left. Past the pits they go. The power is down. And we know just out of the back of the shot is the car in third place. The Minshaw Keen, there it is, the pale grey 33 E-type right in the mix.
Yeah, absolutely in the mix. And those three covered by 0.8 of a second, and 8 seconds back is fourth place. 8 seconds back. These three have worked their way through traffic. Essentially, Harvey Stanley in the lead E-type is opening the door, and Brundle and Minshaw go, yep, thanks, we're straight through as well. And when you are being lapped and you know it's the leader coming up behind you, because you know it's not the guy who started on the grid behind you, then everybody's being very good at getting out of the way. It's not always going to be possible in traffic though, Bruce, and so these gaps may open up and close up as the race progresses.
Entirely so, but take a look at the front left-hand corner of the 33. John Minshaw E-type running in third place. It's got like a little lipstick mark, a little kiss mark. Did that happen when it was leaving the grid? Because it wasn't right at the very sharp end of the field. What was ahead of it? What was red? The Callum Lockie and
yes,
Jarrah Venables E-type. That might have been clipped. I can't think any of the people they've lapped so far is in red. Anyhow, the colour he might want on, or not want, but might get, is the cream number 4 E-type right in front of him. Now, this lap, suddenly Harvey Stanley found a bit of an advantage, but he goes heavily onto the brakes, well, heavily enough to get the car tipped in, but Martin Brundle carries more speed down into Woodcote, and more speed than both of them is the car in third place, John Minshaw.
Yeah, I have to say, the last element of the lap, John Minshaw in that third E-type has got fully sorted. He really carries the speed superbly through Woodcote and down to the Goodwood chicane. Again, he's on the outside line. Great aerial view from the cherry picker. I'm not sure who the cameraman is who's been up there all day long, but he's giving us some fantastic views of the racing. And again, Brundle in car number 4 hangs on to second place. And again, look at your on-screen timing. John Minshaw's nose was fractionally ahead at the line, 21 thousandths of a second. The transponder was in front. Now, it could be as simple as the transponder's in the nose of that E-type and in the cockpit of the Brundle E-type, but whatever, there was very little between them, and the worry for Martin is the one lap he doesn't get as good an exit as he has so far out of the chicane. Then suddenly Minshaw's going to be by, and holding him off is one thing, staying with him might be a slightly different thing.
Right, one car that went missing halfway around the opening lap as Alex Brundle waits to take over the family E-type that is in second place at the moment, being pushed hard. Number 3, John Young went round in St Mary's on the opening lap. He's working his way up the order. He just put in some purple sector times, meaning fastest of anyone, just outside the top 10. He's going to hand over to Chris Ford, who is nobody's fool in any form of historic racing. So that could still be in the mix, despite that first lap rotation.
Well, we're on lap 7, and the leaders have already spent 2 laps in traffic. So this is now the way it will be for the rest of the race. They go by the pretty little Lotus Elite, the dark blue tub and the pale metal roof. And again, Brundle using the track superbly and using the traffic. Didn't come in on the last boat, Martin Brundle. And John Minshaw, very experienced. He could see that was shaping up. There's a slower car, and you know that the man in front is going to use the traffic well. So you've got to double think your way past him, because Martin Brundle is not going to be easy to pass. And again, the 356 just stays out of the way a little, staying a little wide on the line to let the quick cars come through. The leaders opened up about 3/4 of a second in traffic this time, maybe a little more, maybe now out to a full second, but the battle for second continues to rage, and through on the inside perhaps John Minshaw. Now he's got the track advantage here. He doesn't have the momentum, but he's got the shorter run through St Mary's.
Martin Brundle is not a retired racing driver, may I say. That is absolutely plain. Yes, you thought Minshaw's nose up the inside, but Martin isn't. Well, he's the second of a 3-generation racing family. His father, John, did all sorts of stuff back in the day, but Martin's super tough. Now he's on the outside line. That's the one he's been offering to John Minshaw. John hasn't managed to make it work, and Martin defends again. He's having to think. It's like a game of chess.
And it's momentum. Momentum worked for him there, and he's using the momentum against John Minshaw down into the first corner. And for all that people, racing drivers, like to say, oh yeah, that's turn one. It's not, it's Madgwick.
It's Madgwick. It's a two-part corner, and in that incident down at Lavant, when they were jockeying for position, they lost 1.5 seconds to the race leader. Now, Harvey Stanley be putting a smile on James Cossingham's face. James waiting in the pits to take over the 66 E-type, but half of 66 is 33 and going into second place. Down, nice little bit of maths there, wasn't it?
Tenuous linkage, Mr. Jones. Oh, there's a little touch between them. And John Minshaw on the inside of Martin Brundle. And those are words that John Minshaw would never hear said anywhere else. And, you know, and that's one of the delights here for some of these car owners, for some of the enthusiastic drivers to race on grids against Grand Prix greats and Le Mans winners, and, you know, drivers from all sorts of areas there. Brundle getting just a little more understeer than he really wanted. This car has not quite got the alacrity of the leader. Harvey Stanley leads not only